It's booked the win. Welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. Today's question, is PGA Tour 2K25 too difficult? And the answer is yes, without question. Now, is this game too difficult for me personally? And the answer is no, without question, not even a little bit. There's not one part where I'm like, okay, this is too tough. So none of those things make sense, so let's make it make sense. I have played 16 hours of this game, 5 hours of the demo, and then this morning I played 3.5 hours with my friend, Team Alternate Shot. So that's how much I've played of this game so far. My character is Powerhouse, and it's 92 overall, and I've played enough of this game to understand that this game is too difficult. Too difficult. You hit a putt, and it goes off the green. Doesn't make any sense, right? So let's go into why this game is too difficult. And the question, this game favors three types of players. Number one, edge gainers. These people are using things to enhance and improve their gameplay that the average user might not be doing. So that could be buying a third-party controller, having an elite controller, using custom thumbsticks, using sticky notes on their controller, drawing on their controller to give themselves a better chance to play this game. The average user who just buys a PS5 or an Xbox, gets the base controller that comes with the system, and is playing the game, that aren't doing that. So it favors those type of people because that would be a significant edge. Like, I would recommend, I don't want to draw on my controller. I don't. I was thinking little sticky notes to look down and know where to draw your stick, because this is the first game where going straight forward and straight back like this putt is not possible in the normal swing. If you do that, bad things will happen to you. You will be miserable, and no one wants to be miserable, do they? So let's explain what the problem is. This game is actually easy. It's going to be easy for me. In 2 to 3 weeks from now, I will be able to shoot 45 to 70 under par on pro difficulty tournaments. That's 10 under to 20 under on 18 holes. In 2 to 3 weeks from now. I know this because I know exactly how this game is built. I knew this was going in, and I know this going forward. So when I see scores, like in the leaderboards, that are 17 under, 20 under, they just have put the time in already. It doesn't mean they're cheating. It doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. They just put the time in. There are people that have put 100 hours into the demo of this game, let alone the actual full version. There are people that got codes from 2K that got to play it earlier than the 7-day early access. There are people that that have Xboxes, set their consoles to New Zealand and got an extra day to play this game. Right? There are people that have 50 hours in this main game already, maybe more. While most people are doing other things, they're playing this game. And the best players in the world are names you have not heard of. And they have been playing this game. So that's why the scores are good. People are scoring well, and it makes sense. Because the game isn't that hard. It really isn't. But it does take a lot of time. So it takes about 60 hours, I guess, to have my character fully developed to the level it can be, which is Sapphire, and have all the stats maxed in Sapphire. have everything worked out to where it's be, and have my swing where I'm consistently swinging it on path. And that will be 2 to 3 weeks from today. That's the current pace. I don't play this game that much. Like I said, I've played 16 hours, 20 now after this morning session. So none of this is why the game is too tough. The second type of player this game favors are slow players. And if you think about edge gainers and slow players, we're really kind of talking about the worst type of golfers, really. Edge gainers, you could lean into cheating and stuff. I know they have systems in place, so I'm not going to say there are controllers that can be programmed and you could play, but they can detect that and ban you. So I wouldn't worry about the cheating side. The edge gainers, about, different controllers, different ways. You never know what the difference between an Xbox and a PS5 controller is right now. Who has it easier, who doesn't? I'm not sure. I know my right thumbstick is getting a little looser and it's not helping. But regardless, slow players have an edge. That's what I was getting to. That's point 2. All right. To hit a good shot, you have to hit it. You have to swing at a diagonal. If you hold L, you can change the diagonal, but as you can see here, it skips over. You cannot hit it straight on this game. This is the first game where you can't hit it straight, which is weird because you can hit it straight in golf. It's actually one of the most satisfying feelings is to just hit it straight. But so you have to swing on a diagonal. Now, how much of a diagonal is up to you, but it can be quite severe. And if you're on a side slope, you're going to need to be able to hit it both ways, because at times you're going to need to learn to hit a fade at some point. Now, so this is the first major thing that's different, because let's just take a look at what happens if you just swing it straight back, straight forward. Just like any normal game, right? That's a straight swing. And you're 50 yards away from the green. Now, like I said, this game isn't that tough. But if you're used to games, this is going to take time to get used to, a lot of time. By my estimates, this is my blueprint of me personally playing this game. It's going to take 60 to 100 hours to get very good at pro, where I'm shooting those scores. Like I said, it's going to take 200 hours to get good at master difficulty. It's going to take 500 hours to get good at legendary. It's going to take between 1,500 and 2,500 hours to compete at the Platinum Tour on the TGC Tours and be among those players. It's going to take that much time. And there's things for everything that you have to spend time on. So much is just building up. In those time, I will have 599 overall characters. Powerhouse will be the mandatory setting for the TGC Tours, and I'll show you why it'll be mandatory right now. As you can see, my golfer carries at 299 yards in the air, which is a lot more than many of the players. It's 99 overall power right now. But if I press the button twice, I now carry it 320 yards, which is insane. It's an insane edge. I'm hitting it now 360, 370, and on the TGC Tours, if there's going to be 2 holes that I can drive that you can't drive, that could be 8 shots I could be taking on the field. That's why everyone, the best player in the world, will be using Powerhouse. It's definitely not for everyone. But as you can see here, even on pro difficulty, the sliver that I have to hit to swing this club is ridiculous. Now, if I drew on my controller and lined these 2 dots up, it would be much easier. But using this, I have never, not once, ever hit a fairway using this club. I've never hit a fairway. And look, that's pretty close to perfect, and that is not hitting the fairway. Let's hit it. First time I hit contact perfect, a little pull, and I'm in the water. Like that was I didn't try to hit it in the water. That was like imagine that on master or legendary difficulty, how hard it's just swinging a rope. It's really tough. And that's probably the most fun part for a lot of players, is to have a powerhouse set, right? Use the power driver and smoke it 400 yards on a downwind hole. Because that's what you can do on this game. They really overpowered the power, in my opinion. That I fly at 319, that's kind of crazy. And this game, you know, I have a short game that I can figure out, and it's going to take time. But as you can see, I can make par from the water. But what I can't do is consistently swing this shot without looking. So that's where it says slow players. And slow players take practice swing. And the practice swings are so long. Look how long it took. You can't just go again. I can't go again, can't go again, can't go again, can't go again, can't go again. Like that's how long you have to wait to hit another practice swing. It's very time. And then once you have it right, you still have to execute it when you have it. And then I felt my thumb slip a little and poof, it's gone. Now, I am very good at golf games. That shot right there is horrible, horrible shot, right? But that's not uncommon. And I've played for 16 hours, right? Plus I've played for about 10 to 50,000 hours of my life playing golf games, right? Yes, I can't even drop it there. So this gets me to the third point. The third type of people this game favors are grinders. People that put in the time. You put in the time, you will become good at this game. Not everyone. I know people that, just like in real life, play golf every single day. Every single day they're out on the course, this couple, and they average 4 putts per hole. They hit a 10-foot putt 10 feet by. They have no sense of control. So not everyone can learn the game. Not everyone. But most people can play this video game, and it's going to take you about 50 to 100 hours, depending on a lot of factors, to get decent, just to get pretty good. And that is why this whole video was made, because the point is, it takes too long to get decent. This game has, right now, about 90 to 95% of the world's best players with early access playing the game right now, putting up scores. You don't know who they are, but they're very good players. They're excellent. They're better than me. There's at least 100, 150 players that are better than me, that are playing more than me right now, playing this game. Right? I'm not even close to some of their level right now, because they've played 100 hours more than me. But once I catch up, I'll narrow the gap eventually. But the majority of people who play this game are going to buy it at normal price. Even more of them are going to buy it when the game becomes a discount. Even more are going to buy it when it becomes super cheap, when it becomes like 10, 20 bucks in a year or so. And probably the same amount are going to get it for free on Game Pass that are going to play this game. It takes too long to get good. It's going to be a miserable experience. People are going to play for an hour or two, and they're going to be playing against colossal people that have played, 100, 200 hours, and they're going to get smoked, and they're going to have no chance, and they're going to have not much fun, because it's not a very forgiving game. It's not forgiving at all, really. But a good amount of people are going to quit this game because it's not fun. Because to get fun, you're going to have to play for about 60 hours. And so I played yesterday, or this morning, 3.5 hours with my friend, and we played teams, alt shot, right? And we're both about the same skill level at this moment. We lost our first 2 matches. The second one, they were both against the same team, who was a good team, but we haven't played before. We won our next 8, so we went 8-2, and then we lost our last one in a playoff on closest to the pin. And if I can recall that experience of playing 20 hours in now, those 11 matches were absolute miserable. There was always a team, even if they were good, they would have a hole where they keep it in the bunker, they shoot double bogey. There was so much frustration over and over, and we were winning. We won 8 in a row, and it wasn't very fun. And I can imagine that people that haven't played as much as me, or even close to as much as me, playing this game, and they're just gonna get smoked, and they're gonna have little to no fun. And that's what I think the best part of a golf game is, like from PGA Tour 2K21 and EA Sports 23, are games you can just play for an hour and just relax after a tough day. Just grind it out, play for an hour. If you play this game, you need to spend 60 hours to not look at your controller. And that's the biggest thing to me. You have to look at your controller, look where you're swinging, and if you don't do that, you will be out of rhythm unless you hit endless practice swings. You can't just play quick on this game. It punishes people to play quick, and I play quick. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to be playing at least 500 hours into this game no matter what. So it's no problem for me personally. I think it'll be fun. I know I'm going to shoot good in a couple weeks. I know I'm going to shoot great in a couple months. That's not a problem for me. The problem is the rest of the population that are going to be like, play this game, it's going to be too hard, and they're going to quit. And here's the biggest thing everyone says. Oh, you can switch it to easy. You cannot judge a game by the easiest setting nor the hardest setting. You have to go with the standard setting, and that is pro difficulty. That is how you judge the difficulty of this game. You can't say that because, let's say I wanted to play with you and I need a teammate. Hey, come team up with me. Let's play alt shot. You can't do that on easy difficulty. You have to play it on pro. And pro's tough for the first bit. The first few hours, the first 10 hours, the first 20 hours, it's still not that fun. In 40 hours, I'll be like, yeah, I shoot pretty good. I got my swing down. I'm starting to learn these new shots. It's pretty good. But that is a lot of time for someone who just has 1 hour to play this game a day. That's going to take 2 to 6 months for most people to pick up this game. Oh, I got some free time, we'll play a couple rounds. That's a long time to get, scoring pretty good. And that is why this game is too difficult. It's a long learning curve. I understand they wanted to make it tough. They tried to make it tough and they succeeded. They removed 3-click from ranked, so people that play 3-click and love 3-click can no longer play ranked because they found it easier than swinging with a stick. And because of that, they removed it. They want it to be tough. They want everyone to have it tough. And on other games like EA Sports PGA Tour 2023, if you're playing on teams and I need you as a teammate, you don't need to use your created character. You can bring out Jack Nicklaus, 99 overall, and you can play the game, and it's not as miserable as the long, intensive grind. This game's for grinders, it's for edge gainers, and it's for slow players that take their time with practice swings. The pace of play is the worst part of this game right now, because when I was playing alt shot this morning, it's 3-4 minutes sometimes between swings. And on this game, you just get out of rhythm, and you have to take practice swings, and you see others take practice swings, and it's just too long. It's slow game now. They made it for slow players. So for all those reasons, I'm saying this game is too difficult for the average player, the average person. I'm not saying this game is too difficult in general because everything can be learned. It just takes a lot of time. So if you don't agree, I got a plan for you. You send me $10 on a message on YouTube. You just be like $10 and be like, I do not agree. And I'll make a video apologizing to you, right? It'll be a members exclusive video. It'll be $10 to join the members exclusive club, and then you'll have to get at the top tier, and I'll be like, you are right. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about all that. But this game is challenging, I can see, for the average player. But again, I'm not worried about it. A couple weeks I'll be playing good. Right now, I've only played one 72-hole tournament. I was in the 20s of under par. And in a couple weeks, it'll be 40s, 50s, 60s, 70 under par. It's just a matter of time. And not everyone has that, though. Anyways, take care. Hope you enjoyed.